CSBA, welcome to Rocky Top. Got my man David Farmer in the booth, one half of the Georgetown team coaching squad that brought down Iowa. We got a great one here for you tonight. David, what do you got for us as far as this matchup goes?
Well, I mean, this is really a big test for both of these teams. These are the number 2 and 3 in the CSBA, and they both are out here to absolutely win this one as big as they can. So, gonna see some top-tier CSBA action here.
Yeah, I think so too. And Miami first miss there, but I'm sure they're not sweating that. Looking good in the hyper black uniforms against Tennessee's clean white ones.
It's definitely a good way to tell which of these orange teams is which.
For sure, yeah, definitely. Great non-conference action for the CSBA as well. Number 2 versus number 3. Don't see that, too often. But we'll take it today, and that's a banger right there as Miami gets on the board, 3-2.
Yeah, great three by Sleepy Blaylock. One of my favorite werewolves in the CSBA for sure.
And kind of a debut for Rand Altor, their newest freshman. Should be a freshman phenom for them, formerly known as Toy Coffin.
Mm-hmm. Miami has a super good freshman class, evidenced by the fact that we've got, it looks like, 2 of them out there with the starters. We've got Randall Thor and we've also got Diallo. So we know they're here to make a big impact immediately, and we're just going to have to wait to see fan favorite Seymour Butts come off the bench.
So Blaylock with the ball now, gives it over to CDC, who dishes over to Harris. Harris from the triple threat. Randall Tor is calling for the ball there as he gives it over to Blaylock and then heads to the post. Now comes back up for a pick. Blaylock moves right. He's being double teamed now. That means somebody's wide open, and it would be Diallo, and that's good.
Managed to make that midi from the top of the key there.
Yeah, absolutely excellent vision on the court to not only recognize the double team, but also get it to an open teammate. As Randall Tor sends that to the baseline and out of bounds. First block for the freshman.
Right now, we just need to see Tennessee kind of step up here. They've been a little bit overshadowed. They had the first points, but they need to get some momentum going back here at home.
Burmeister dribbles, steps back to the elbow, doesn't get it to go. Diallo slams the ball off the court, but Randall Tor is there to clean it up, and he gets it back to Diallo. Diallo to Blaylock now, and ball's poked loose, comes up with, I think that was Alabari, down to Burmeister now. No good there, so Tennessee's going to have to make good on these opportunities they're getting.
I think right now what I'm saying is that Tennessee is going with a very hurry-up, up-tempo offense, and they might benefit from a little bit more patience, at least on that last possession.
Randall Tor with the alley-oop flush there, and Tennessee wants to talk about it. Miami out to a hot start. You're watching CSBA on Twitch. We'll be right back. All right. So we are back. Tennessee inbounds the ball. Jello drives in and good.
Do we have some starters in, or do we have some bench unit in already, or is this still the starters? I couldn't tell.
Everybody I'm looking at right now is still a starter. I could be wrong on that, though.
I didn't notice that Jello was starting at the 2. The arc change for him should be a big impact for sure.
What a move by CDC as he checks on the camera guys that he almost ran into and heads on back down the court. Miami up 9-4 right now.
And the bench units are coming to the scoring table as we speak.
So they didn't come in on the first time out, but probably the second dead ball is where we'll see them. And
Jason Vance loses a hold of that one. Didn't quite have the handles for it.
some costly steals so far for both teams. As Blaylock is double teaming, dishes back to CDC. What a great pass that was. That'll be a candidate for assist of the night because it was behind the head.
Huge no-look pass. Aggressive reach in there, and I don't think Melo Harris enjoyed that one. I think he took a kick at Jello there.
So it looks like Miami's front court came out on that dead ball. So we got some guard switch ups. Bailey now with the ball, gets over to Guns. Guns goes up for the alley-oop, and Burmeister's there to flush it home. That was on a rope, David.
It absolutely was. Great pass, lots of traffic, and if it had been anywhere different, it wasn't going to work.
I agree, and Delano's there to Randall Tor, and he's good for his second basket of the night. That's 4 points for the young freshman already.
Yeah, they are definitely out to make a statement. I think Miami has brought out their A game for sure, and it's just up to Tennessee to get the adjustments going and show that they're up to it.
Tennessee with some good ball movement until they almost turn it over. Guns gets it back, gets it to Mears. He's going to have to pull up just inside the three-point line. No good. Randall Tor with the board.
Yeah, Tennessee has all the talent they need to make this happen. It's just a matter of seeing if they've got their identity on lock.
Hold for the drip. That one's brought to you by B Mills. Shout out B Mills. Sorry, had to get that in there. Continue what you were saying.
No, it's all good. Big three by Mears to answer right back. Tennessee definitely has the talent to be in the top 10 in the CSBA, probably even the top 5. It's just that right now we have to see them put it together against top talent.
Randall Tor showing once again why he was highly touted in recruiting. That's 6 points already, and we're only in the first quarter.
Yeah, and that's from a guy who isn't necessarily known for his offense specifically. He definitely has that in his bag, but he's also just a defensive problem out there as well.
Diallo goes up and one. Gets the foul on Guns there, and he'll go to the line for one. Yeah, for anybody that doesn't know, GCF Connor asking about the brought to by B Mills. B Mills was being a hater in a league chat probably about 3 weeks ago. I'm not going to let him forget it. He doesn't like the drip. So every drip that you guys hear this year, this season, is going to be brought to you courtesy of B Mills.
It is good to know because now I am more in tune with it.
Yep. Yeah, just so everybody is aware.
Nice mid-range shot there by Bailey, and Miami will bring it back.
Miami already has a 10-point lead here. Bailey keeping them, within reach. But Miami and my former high school teammate here, Seymour Butts with the ball, gets up and goes. Gotta love to see that.
Yeah, I think right now Tennessee just needs to step up on defense and slow Miami down. Miami's had a lot of the looks they're looking for, and they just need to step up and get more misses so they can get some points here.
Mears with the ball now, waiting for his offense to get set up with the floppy. Bailey with a deep three, no good. Malone's going to come up with a rebound. Now to Delano. Delano down to Kerr. Kerr has a open Seymour Butts, but can't get him because there's a foul. Bailey with the foul on the play.
I mean, if you take a reach in instead of giving up an easy 2 points, that's definitely a good trade there.
Glass hitting the dad jokes in the chat. This is he needs Seymour Butts.
Glass is a dad multiple times over, so we'll accept it.
All the credentials are there, so we'll allow it. Mears up top with it now. After the failed floppy play, gets a pick. Gonna go to work on Butts and can't get it done. Butts pulls it down.
This has been something where the first quarter has been significantly Miami's, but we've seen a lot of the games in this first week follow this place. Miami can't afford to take their foot off the gas. They need to keep up and not let Tennessee back into this. And Tennessee, thankfully, there's a great precedent for going on a big run in the second and storming right back in.
Well, they just smashed the gas back on that one as that bangs home for another 3, 28-11. Miami trying to answer at the end of the quarter, and that's where we'll leave it. 28-11, Miami Hurricanes over Tennessee. You're watching CSBA on Twitch. We'll be right back. All right, David. Well, we're back here for the start of the second quarter. That is not your score. We'll never get that fixed. Flip those numbers, and that's what it is. 28-11. Miami out in front and controlling this one pretty in a pretty strong fashion. What do you think Tennessee needs to work on to get back in this game in the second quarter?
I mean, mostly I think it's just settling in and letting their offense do its thing. They've been looking a little forced right now, and when they've been going to more ball movement, more pick and roll, more patience, it's been working better, but they just aren't creating the openings they need.
Guns over to Mears. Mears with a little bit of and one moves himself. Can't get it to go. Butts on the other end. Seen that a time or two myself at Oak Hill, and he slams it home. Athletic flush, one-handed. And
trying to quiet the crowd down a little there.
I don't think they were allowed to begin with, but he can continue to shush them if he wants to.
Well, I think, honestly, he's got a tough order that this is a good test to see how Butts can play defense on a bigger opponent. Because Tommy Guns definitely has that size, but it is not proving to be too big of a challenge for him so far.
Malone now crosses over the 10 in Tennessee and shoots it over to, doesn't matter now, it's Mears. Mears going to drive to the elbow, dishes it out to Malone again. Malone over to Bailey. Bailey for the triple threat. He's going to have to put something up here. Steps back, and good. Just inside the three-point line. That's a deep 2. Timeout Miami. Kerr inbounds to CDC. He gets it over to Black. Black eyeing Butts, but goes to Kerr to the left of him. Back over to Black now. Butts sets a pick, looking for the alley-oop, not going to be there. Tennessee said, not this time, my friend.
And the rotations are getting a little bit out of sorts here for Miami, which could play to Tennessee's advantage. Got a mix of the starters and the bench here.
Already being down by almost 20 points, they're going to need every advantage they can get. So I would try to keep this ball in play if I was Tennessee and really just work it. Vance out here on the corner and gets that one to go. Bang! 32-16.
Vance to try and give this Tennessee team the beginning of that run they need.
Wow, Blaylock looking every bit as athletic as he can be as he slams that one home on a good backdoor pass.
Yeah, right now this Miami pick and roll game is definitely doing some significant work, and Tennessee is going to have to make some significant adjustments to try and slow it down.
Malone with the rebound there. And ball is poked free. We're going to have a jump ball here. Ooh.
Mufasa is spicy with that one, sending that one off to the other side of the court.
Love that animation, gotta say. Miami retains possession. The ball is poked away from CDC, gets it back, working, and now he's going to be double teamed. They're going to look to Kerr. Kerr up, strong, no good. Mufasa with the rebound. And Malone to Gish. Gish up, good, or no good. Gets his rebound and the foul. He'll go to the line for 2.
We need some good Malone on Malone violence here, since that's possible.
Gish looking like a young Brendan Fraser from The Mummy.
I mean, a little bit more lopsided, but sure. He definitely has a family resemblance to his brother, cousin.
Could be more of a Dudley Do-Right, I guess.
Yeah, maybe.
Randall Tor checking back into the game. And we will see Seymour Butts walk to the bench.
I mean, we can only have one freshman power forward at a time. Most of the time, at least.
Second free throw is good. Both free throws good, actually. I apologize.
Yep.
And your score is 34-18, 16-point ball game.
And we've had the beginning of a little bit of a run here. Miami answers back, though, to keep it at 18 right now.
CDC with a little bit of drip. Brought to you by B Mills. Just outside the elbow there. Good mid-range shot for him. Miami already looking like a powerhouse in week 1.
Yeah, they're coming out strong. This looks like this might be postseason form already.
Randall Tor draws the foul there off of Gish, and he'll head to the line. Double deuces there for his number. Wasn't Toy 5? I think Toy was 5. Wasn't
He
he
was,
Yeah,
yes,
yeah.
correct. But, I mean, 2 plus 2 is 4.
Yep, that checking your math, I do believe that's correct.
Uh-huh. I don't know if that's why he's chosen 22, but it would make sense to me.
Maybe we'll get a response.
Yeah. I mean, we have our friend 877 in the chat, so we can get fact-checked.
Man, I love these Miami black uniforms. They are nice, and obviously they have them pumped up tonight.
This is definitely going to be, I think, one of my favorite Miami looks. I can't remember one that I like better than this.
Jello for the 3, no good. I feel like Tennessee's putting up a lot of contested threes, and they're just not able to hit them. Because obviously they're, common sense says they're contested. Whereas Miami's putting up a lot of threes that aren't contested, getting their guys open. All right, so we're getting a deep meaning.
It was in fact deeper than that, but
yes.
It only makes sense if you've read the book, so I'm not going to worry too much about it.
Yeah, I'm not going to step into that, but deep like Two Rivers?
Yeah.
Two Rivers would be deep.
It's true.
I like hearing the stories behind names and numbers and in this league. We all know I like a good backstory.
Yeah, I mean, the drama and the storyline is what makes all of this the most fun.
CDC with a missed 3 there. Vance now with the ball, gets over to Burmeister. DJ does not care that we're actively playing basketball here. He's gonna turn it up anyway. And stolen by Malone there, out to CDC, out to Randall Tor. This is gonna be big, and it is. He looked at the hand as if it's hot on fire, and it is. He's been every bit as advertised tonight.
Yeah, this one has looked rough for Tennessee in the first half. This bench unit needs to come out and put a little bit of points on the board to help them into halftime, and then they need to have a big adjustment with Coach K.
Something's got to happen because we can't be breaking out blowout material this early in the game. I'll be honest.
I'm not gonna repeat what Savage said in the chat, but it is in fact Savage.
I'll put it out there. Tennessee was ranked 3 to show how many times they lost to Kentucky. Woo! Rough.
Yeah.
I will put that in the universe all day long.
I mean, regardless, even if this doesn't get better for Tennessee, and there's every chance that it will, this is a top team that they're playing against, and it's week 1. It's way too early to get any kind of hot take on the demise of Tennessee here. They'll get the ship right for sure, but this wasn't the way they wanted this first half to go.
Burmeister collecting his thoughts there as his teammate calls for the ball. Now finally gets a team-friendly pick, but can't do anything with it as he shoots off the elbow and rims out. And Blaylock to the other side, athletic flush.
Yeah, the transition and the pick and roll has just been so high efficiency for Miami.
Dillon now with the ball, going to try and force something, gets blocked. Altor gets the rebound, but Dillon slaps it away and gets it back. He's going to get over to Burmeister.
Great hustle there by Dillon. Unfortunately, he was kind of back to the play and wasn't able to hit anyone while there was an easy transition play to be had.
Mears with the rebound after on a Miami miss. Almost said loss. That's not happening. And Bailey the third showing his quickness, but Burmeister's going to get called for an illegal screen, something Tennessee does not need, being down 24, David.
Yeah, I mean, especially when it's one of the coach's proteges there, that you kind of hate to see that in particular.
You want me to call you David or you want me to call you Rylan? I'm good with either.
Either way, I don't much care.
All right.
As long as I know what I'm responding to, I'll respond to it.
I think David is a little bit more realistic, you know what I mean?
I appreciate it. Like, yeah. It's different for sure.
For sure. But I definitely don't expect you to call me Hanzo. That'd be, that's a little weird. It's a little weird.
Well, yeah. I mean, at this point, it would generally be Juke if I'm going with anything, just from the olden times.
Totally fine. Totally fine.
Got another jump ball here. Or no, that was a shot clock violation.
Let me know if the majority of you are having issues with the stream. Wired was saying that it was a little bit laggy last night, but everything's going towards this, so definitely don't want that to be happening.
It was chugging a little for me for a minute, but it seems to have cleaned up.
I am getting a drop frames. Yeah, okay, I can see. I can't close that out. Can't close that out. Let's get rid of Spotify. See if that cleans it up a little bit, guys. 5 seconds left in the first half. Tennessee holds for the last shot. They're going to take a three, and no good. 46-22 is your score at halftime. We'll be right back to break this atrocity down. David, run me through Miami's dominance here in the first half. What are you seeing from them that you like? Is there anything that they could improve on to close this one out?
I mean, for Miami at this point, it's been pretty well going to plan. They've had an offensive identity and it's working. And at this point, they haven't really had much that I can see because they've been fairly clean all the way around. There's never going to be an offense that goes 100%, and there's not supposed to be. So the fact that it's been going the way they want is all you can really ask for. On the Tennessee side, there's a lot to improve, but we know they've got talented players, and this is just a first chance to get them out and trying something. So they're going to regroup. Coach K is a great motivational speaker and will be trying to get those adjustments in a big way. I imagine it's going to be just trying to get back to whatever offensive identity they want to establish and seeing if they can get something smooth and to click.
All right, well, we're going to take it back to the court. Start of the third quarter here. Miami 46, Tennessee 22. If you are just joining us, this has been nothing short of a Miami show, and they are really showing how dominant they are in the number 2 seed. Well, ranking, I should say. Not seed. We're not there yet.
Yep, I mean, at this point, this is looking very convincing for Miami being one of the top squads in the CSBA. And honestly, I don't think Tennessee falls very far in this, but the coach's poll is always a harsh critic.
Mufasa Al-Akbari coming and putting an exclamation point to start the first part of this second half for Tennessee. Good stop there by them.
By Dylan.
Yep.
Yeah.
Blaylock commits the foul. And Lamone Jello going to the line here for 2 free throws. Gotta love that name. That name is fantastic.
Iconic. It is very encouraging, of course, that Tennessee has come out and strung together a little bit of momentum immediately. They got a quick bucket, they picked up a foul here, they got the stop. Right now, they're coming out trying to put their best foot forward and claw back into this game.
See if we can have an epic Georgetown-esque comeback here for Tennessee.
I mean, I would, I don't wish those kind of Georgetown-esque or Villanova-esque games on anybody. It's super anxious when it starts to turn and you're just like, will we get there? Will we get there?
Jello good on the second free throw there to pull this to within 19. Still a steep hill to climb here for Tennessee before we even start talking about comebacks. CDC letting the Hurricane offense work, but he decides to drive in himself. No good there. Dylan with his third rebound of the second half.
The interior D for Tennessee has definitely improved, and that's a big 2 there from Jello to keep this roll going.
Hold the phone. We got more droops.
I mean, at this point, the big thing for me is that you don't have to make a comeback in one go. That if you can bring this lead down to 10 points by the end of the third, then you can try and keep the magic going in a big way.
That last strip brought to you by B Mills. Mufasa Al-Akbari with a cockback slam, and he bangs his chest to let people know that Tennessee's still in this building as the crowd comes alive.
We've had, 7 unanswered points here so far, and Miami just needs to put something together. We know they've got it.
Vance a little too aggressive there. Going to get the reach-in foul. Malone will come in off the bench for Diallo.
Diallo had some extended minutes before, so they're giving him a chance to rest up for the fourth.
CDC from almost three-point range gets it to go, and that's Miami's first points of the second half.
Yeah, it's been a long 2 minutes for them, but they still have plenty of time to pull this together. Just had a huge surge there for Tennessee.
Huge surge. Gish will be on the inbound here. And it looks like he might get this out to Mufasa. Does. Al-Akbari gives it back to Gish. Gish over to Jello. Jello with some droop. And poses as he looks at the court side. Tennessee and Miami fans here closest to us.
Jello is definitely trying to be the one that provides the spark, and he's doing a great job of it right now.
CDC over to Blaylock. Blaylock over to Rand Altor. Gives it over to Harris. Harris looking to work in the post. Back out to Rand Altor. He's going to have to put it up. And no good on the three, so Gish will get the rebound. Tennessee back the other way, moving the ball up quickly. And Jello is still trying to provide that spark and is drip from inside of the what I call the horseshoe.
I mean, that was a great reverse layup there. Not quite typical, but a more of a standing layup. And just like that, it's down to a lead of 14.
Tennessee just needs to ride the lightning. CDC gonna cut their dreams in half as he throws up a haphazardly three-point shot there, fading out of bounds as he gets it to go.
I mean, it was a wild shot, but he was wide open, so I kind of like the take regardless.
Tennessee gets their own rebound there, and Mufasa goes up. No good. Should have followed the shot, decided not to. Thought it was good, and it wasn't. Harris the other way. Have some Miami bench loaded up, ready to roll as CDC goes towards the free throw line. And give it out to Harris. Harris wide open for the three and gets it. So 6 points for Miami and 2 trips to the basket.
Right. They've been taking great shots, picking good looks, and again, I don't think I've been able to identify anything that Miami could be doing better. Like, they've had CDC working the ball, but we know he's got the talent to do that, and just let him find his range and get hot, and it'll pay off.
Blaylock now out with the ball. Malone on a heat check. Double team Blaylock. They leave Malone alone, though, and he gets it back to Blaylock. Double team. That's not going to go. Burmeister with the rebound. Tennessee playing some pretty solid defense, and that's an alley-oop to Mufasa Al-Akbari as he slams it down.
Yeah, that was a great job of just playing hard D there by Tennessee on that possession to force that. They had mismatches, but there wasn't enough time to take advantage of them.
All right, back to the action. I was checking to see where all my RAM was going because I'm seeing drop frames still detected 43% over the last 2 minutes. Concerning, but everything that's on my computer right now is being dedicated to this stream. And everything that Miami's doing is being dedicated to their victory at the moment.
Yeah, the great cut there by Delano. It was a good job by Tennessee not to give up an and one on that one.
Delano steal at the other end, so he can't come out swinging here. Oh, good pass to Black. Goes up with it strong and gets it to go.
I mean, a good job recognizing the mismatch there.
Guns hands off to Mears here. He runs straight into Delano.
Black, I think.
Or Black. Is it Black? Yeah.
Yep. Black is the taller of the two.
Butts with a good rebound there. And Kerr, great spin move.
Yeah.
Turn around and gets it to go. Just
Kerr
away
is
from the key.
definitely the freshman of that class with the least pedigree coming in, but we know that Miami chooses great talent, so I'm excited to see how he'll be able to contribute.
What? Oh my goodness. Clip the whole thing. Last 30 seconds was fantastic. Seymour Butts with a flush.
I mean, Walt Malone with that block off the backboard. That was huge. Yeah, if anyone believes 877 in the chat that he's still waiting for his blue chip upgrade, I have a bridge to sell you, I think.
Or some oceanfront property in Arizona.
Right, oceanfront Arizona, or some what else can we sell that is absolutely not true?
Black over to Diallo. And he is picked. Oh, this is going to come back to Miami, though, as I think Kerr was having none of it and poked the ball out.
I think Kerr might have had it, and then it was poked out by Frosty, but I'm not positive.
Black up and good and one. This is getting ugly again, David.
Yeah, I mean, Tennessee came out with some good momentum at the front, but hasn't been able to sustain it. And Miami has stabilized and is back on their roll.
Miami back in my good graces after they got rid of toxic-ass Talani. Excited to possibly see a Miami-Michigan matchup later on. See what happens.
I mean, Miami, Michigan, or if you want to go at Toxic Talani, you can get him and your boy B Mills at the same time.
Oh yeah.
Eight. Yeah.
That team's full of toxicity. I forgot that he went there.
Uh huh.
He's just not relevant anymore. Ever since he lost to Ohio State in season 3, not relevant. Boom.
I mean, it was not my hot take this time.
Seymour Butts on the inbound there to Delano. Delano over to Black. Black trying to work. Backing down, but gets the second effort and puts it back in.
Yeah, just the fancy put back there.
Bailey over to Mears. Mears with a quick three. Gets it to go. Bang! And it's only a 26-point lead. No big deal.
I mean, it is a big deal, but at this point, we've at least seen signs of life from Tennessee. This isn't a complete hiding. They just need to get the ship right, and I know that they've got the squad to do it.
You're so nice, David. 29-point lead now.
We've seen games that are so much more lopsided than this. This is just really, in my head, an exceptional showing by Miami.
Well, that might have been the fastest third quarter in all of CSBA history, but we are headed to the fourth. Get your fours up in the chat. We'll be right back. You're watching CSBA on Twitch. I'm dead. You said doubtful in the chat. Assist to the game here. And it is Seymour Butts' first alley-oop of his young college career.
I mean, well deserved.
Yep, I give that one a 9 out of 10. Nobody's perfect. Delio into Delano. Oh gosh, speaking of toxicity, here comes Cross.
I mean, Cross has had a lot of good moments over the last while. He has definitely been less toxic than before, which I appreciate.
Good on him then. Mears pulls up and good. They gonna call it a 2?
Yeah, unfortunately.
Yeah, his foot was on the line. I did see it. Butts, athletic flush there. These freshmen from Miami are having a coming out party.
Yeah, well, we knew that was a chance. Honestly, the hardest thing for them is that they're both going to be exceptional, I think, during this campaign, and so it may be hard for either of them to stand out as they kind of take some of the shine from each other for potential freshman of the year.
This is nasty.
Yeah, it absolutely is, but it is, again, just a dominant performance here by Miami that hasn't really let up at all during this entire thing.
No, they gave him a glimmer of hope coming out of the half and then immediately crushed it. And I mean immediately.
Yeah. It was a little bit of a run there for Tennessee, but just the efficiency has been unreal for Miami.
Bailey pulls up, no good there. Diallo with the rebound. Most everybody's Gatorade powers are activated. I am confused by JT's comment.
I am as well. I think they might have been. It might be a little laggy on their end. I think they might still be back at the start of the fourth quarter. So
Yeah, I'm still dropping fours in the chat. So
yeah,
interesting. The same thing happened last night. There's probably about a 20-30 second delay.
yeah. I think I will just ignore the chat from now, and when they catch up, so be.
I wonder if it's a. I wonder if Twitch is having issues.
It might be. Yeah, it looks like it's chugging over there, but the stream is still at least running on this end, so we'll keep on keeping on and hope that it works itself out in post.
Black rattles in a 3, bang, and we're almost to a 40-point game here.
Yeah, that was not what Tennessee was looking for when they came into this one, but Miami is certainly going to be excited for this margin. Hopefully Tennessee can put together something in the end here to make it a little more respectable.
There's something right there. 3 answer back, bang.
Yeah, both Mears and Jello are pretty deadly from deep for sure, so may just need to turn into more of a three-point shooting team, or shooting all around, if not even the three-ball. It might be that they try and find a different system to run going forward.
If that is all we see of Seymour Butts the rest of the night, he's had a fantastic first showing coming off the bench for the Hurricanes as Randall Tord checks back in the game. And Harris gets pickpocketed by Burmeister. And Tennessee is good on the layup there.
Jello finishes strong.
Harris now. Oh, that falls right into the hands of Malone. Malone is going to be fouled on his second attempt. Got his own rebound there. Lot of stats on that play.
Yeah, I mean, it is also unfortunate because I know that Gish is definitely the one who wants to foul out of those two, so the foul that goes to Jason Vance is a little wasted there.
Toy calling Diallo freshman of the year.
I mean,
A few others might have something to say about that, but we'll see what happens.
Well, I mean,
including himself.
Yeah, I think if Diallo is the freshman that emerges from Miami, it's going to be quite a performance from him. I'll say that.
If that's the case, I might want to start working on that banner, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is that for them, the way I see it, Diallo is mostly a defensive presence, and while they are key to a championship run, they are not the ones who get the most recognition, especially when it comes to personal hardware.
Randall Tor not only having a great game, but also showing great discipline. That his first foul of the game. We're 4 minutes from triple zeros. Man, 84-48. Can't not believe what I'm seeing. We were
Right.
excited for this in the pregame. We were.
It was definitely supposed to be a close game, and unfortunately Miami had different ideas.
Mufasa Al-Akbari good on the free throw. quite the free throw routine there by Mufasa Agbari.
I mean,
Has to
he's
be
a
a good
showman.
45 seconds start to finish. He is a showman, and he shows it right there. I'm not sure what he's doing, but given the rest of the 26 people that stayed around for this one, a show.
Yeah, I mean, the stands have emptied out, but the faithful are always excited to see a little bit of theater from all of these great volunteers.
Long climb down from Rocky Top as well, so I'm sure nobody's happy to make that drive out of there. Malone to Blaylock, Blaylock to Randall Tor. Over to Blaylock. Oh, no, he's not going to give it over to Blaylock. He's going to wait for the pick and dribble right into a double team. Now it's over to Blaylock. Blaylock wide open, but waiting for the pick nonetheless. He's going to take this shot even more wide open due to the pick, and no good.
I mean, I think at this point they're just picking and choosing that they can kill some clock here and not feel too bad about it.
A little 2.5 minutes to go. Miami well in charge of this one.
Yeah.
CDC gets the ball. Yep. Go ahead, David.
Yeah. Well, we've just been at a place where we haven't needed a dagger. It's been in there for long enough that it wasn't worth the mentioning.
Mitch saying that Miami looks stronger than they did last season, and that's saying something because they were undefeated last season. So
yeah, I can agree with that. That this has looked like a cohesive, dangerous game plan. That they came out here to do something and they executed on it.
Technically, they didn't go undefeated. Whole body of work.
They went undefeated in the regular season.
Yeah, all right. I was gonna say, I make the banners around here. I made one for Michigan. So.
Right, but 8-0 in the regular season, and that was, I think, what the commentary was.
Oh, okay, got it. Thank you for clearing that up. Appreciate it.
Mm-hmm. Which, let's be clear, Michigan has not won a championship if they haven't come in at a 3 seed. So I'll throw a little shade that way too.
KT showing up in the chat. Missed you tonight, girl. But I wish you a speedy recovery as well, and hope you get to feeling better.
Yeah, it's definitely exciting in that chaos. I hope you can get some rest.
Vance Gatorade powers activated, dribbles into a double team. Might lose the ball here, doesn't. Gets it over to Gish. Gish working in the mid post, backing down, and good.
We haven't really said much about Gish in all of this. He was a highly touted recruit here, and we know he's going to have an impact. It's just more, I think, them trying to figure out how they'll be able to utilize him to his maximum.
Yeah, at some point, I mean, you gotta have role players on the team, and I'm not saying that he's just gonna be designated to that, but Miami using every bit of that shot clock and also every bit of their potential on the court as far as their team rotations go.
Yeah, I think that CDC was a little tired and just was like, I guess I'll hold this one till I can sit down. Which sounds like a very Connor thing to do, or if not Connor, at least Gus.
Gish with a nice slam there, as Tennessee is trending for 60, but we'll see what happens.
Looks like they have an opportunity to get there in transition here.
There it is.
And if they can get one more stop, they can avoid the 40 piece here.
Rough.
Yeah. But there's going to be a lot to learn from for Tennessee from all of this. That there are things that they've been able to see that worked and didn't work, and that's honestly most important. This is just week one of the season. There's lots of time to turn this around, and regardless of the great teams that they play for the rest of the season, this almost certainly is their hardest matchup.
I think this is going to be a lot of people's hardest matchup as 5 seconds left on the clock ticks down to this absolute travesty. 91-63 is going to be your final, and we will get right to the stats here as we do have another game loaded up for you. I think that's going to be Ohio State and Marquette coming up at 10 o'clock Eastern.
Yeah, that should be another good one.
So team comparison here, Miami's shooting a whopping 69%, David. Absolutely crazy.
So much efficiency from them, as we said, and they were calling Tennessee Brick City for a while there, so it is not a surprise that this was how it went. 57% from three-point for Miami. They were definitely choosing their shots. And just an enormous amount of points in the paint. I really liked this offense, and it looked great. And a huge contribution by the bench as well. Half their points came from the bench squad, which is a lot given the reduced minutes.
Yes, absolutely. 27 assists, 28 defensive boards. Just this might be the most dominant performance I've seen in the CSBA in some time. And while it wasn't a 100-point game,
Well, again, you have to take this through the lens of this was against another top 5 team.
Right.
That this was against top competition, and Miami just came out to make a statement.
Yep, absolutely. All right, let's get into the box scores here. Check out some stats. Start with Tennessee. Jello had 15, 0, 4, and 2 steals. Responsible for 25 points. That's a pretty good game. Mufasa Al-Akbari, 12-2 with 1 block. Responsible for 12. Mears, 10-1. Had a lone turnover. Responsible for 10. Obviously. Gish, 8-8. Pretty solid game from Gish. 1 assist and responsible for 11 points. Burmeister, 5-3, 3-2. Solid stat line for him coming off the bench there.
The big thing I see is just the efficiency from the shooters. They need to find something that's going to get their shooters more in a place for accuracy, and I think this could easily turn around.
Dante Dillon with 4-4, 1-1. Bailey with 4 and 2 assists. Vance with 3 and 5.